Okay, so today's topic is projectile motion. What is projectile motion? In simple words, imagine you throw a baseball. You're throwing a baseball towards your friend who's standing a couple of meters in front of you. So let's say you are in the playground. So here's the ground, and you're standing here. And your friend is somewhere over here, a couple of like 20 meters in front of you. So here's your friend, and okay, long hair. Alright, so let's say you want to throw the baseball directly at your friend's hands. That's the goal. So if you throw it like here's the baseball in your hand. Now you have to move your hand back a little bit and then throw it forward. So if you throw it horizontally, let's say you're gonna release it like this, horizontally, it's not gonna reach your friend at the same level, right? This is not gonna happen. What happens is it actually curves down towards the earth. You're gonna release it. Once you release it, there is no control from you. All you can do is give it some initial velocity. You give it an initial velocity, you release it with that initial velocity. After that, it's moving forward, right? We have a horizontal, it has a horizontal velocity, so it's moving forward, plus gravity is going to start pulling down on it. So the gravity is pulling down, so that's why it's curving downwards. So it develops this downward velocity, or the better word is the vertical velocity. So at any given point along the path, you have a horizontal velocity which you gave it, and it has this downward vertical velocity which builds over time because of gravity. So this baseball has a horizontal velocity and it has a vertical velocity as well. Vertical velocity. Okay, so projectile is something like this. This is a simple example for projectile motion. It's two-dimensional. You give it an initial velocity, so there has to be an initial velocity, and then it'll have a horizontal movement, so or horizontal or along the x-axis, so x direction velocity. I'm just going to say vel, or x, or vx. It'll have a y directional velocity, or we can say vy. So these numbers based on your initial velocity and which angle you release the baseball, right? So another way to do that is, instead of releasing it horizontally, what you can do is, so here you are, this is you're going to throw it with some angle from the horizontal, right? Little above the horizontal, some theta angle above the horizontal. So here's another way of throwing something. So it's going to go up first and levels and then comes down. This is a parabolic path. Even though my diagram doesn't look like, this is usually a parabolic path. So here also you see that this is the initial velocity, right? V initial. After that, it's going up. That means it has some vertical velocity that pulling it up, the velocity you gave it, which is reducing over the time. Initially it has high vertical velocity, but it's getting smaller and smaller, and at the very top all that vertical velocity becomes 0. Horizontally also it has a velocity. At the very top all it has is the horizontal velocity. Once you reach the top point, and then it's actually this vertical component change the direction. Horizontally it's going the same direction, but vertically now it started falling down, right? You have horizontal Vx, we have Vy. So this is how we're gonna look at projectile motion. You give it an initial velocity and it moves in 2 dimensions, so the motion is in 2 dimensions, that means x and y directions. It's going forward. While going forward, it either goes up or down or both, right? It can go up first and then it comes down because of the gravitational attraction. So in simple terms, this is projectile motion. You can see so many examples. It could be this. So let me quickly finish this section. I was talking about examples of projectile motion. We can see many examples in different fields, like in sports, in biological sciences, in science in general. In military, there are many military applications. If you talk about sports, things like golf, hitting a golf ball that goes in a parabolic path. It's a good example. It's a simple but a very good example of projectile motion. Kicking a soccer ball or a football, a long jump. So in all these activities, in these situations, the motion takes, the movement of the object or the person takes a parabolic path, so that can be very accurately analyzed using projectile motion equations, which we're going to discuss next.